Hello, Aviator Nation, and welcome back to another virtual fishing club meeting. My name is Mr. Little, and I'm the club advisor. We have some important information to get to you. I'll keep this short and sweet. There has been some changes, so listen up. Parents in Parent Square, I'll have this stuff bullet pointed for you too if you're short on time. Let's jump into it. First off, there's been a time change. We are moving it back 30 minutes, from 4:30 to 6 p.m. tomorrow on October 8th. That's a time change back to 4:30 instead of 4 o'clock. We're doing this for two reasons: for students to get home from the bus and get time to get organized, and two, one of the places we're parking at is KE Rose parking lot, and their business doesn't close till 5, and so we wanted to be courteous because they're allowing us to use some of their parking spots, so we wanted to come a little bit closer towards the end of their business day. So let's jump into it. The address for parking is right there, KE Rose parking lot, 4595 Chambersburg Road. Now, just a heads up, they are doing some construction, and this is a place of business, so we need to be mindful of that as we are coming in. We also might overflow this area, and that is okay. Since they are having some additional construction, there are some additional parking spaces that are being taken off. So instead of parking on the grass there, I will show you on our map where we'll be parking. So as you can see, there's KE Rose, and the parking lot we're allowed to park in is this front lot and then over here, okay? Not in the back. So this kind of front lot and right over here where my cursor is at. Now, if that overflows, which it might, I'm not sure, we are allowed to park some cars over here closer to the pond. And I will have myself or another person kind of directing traffic over here, all right? As long as it's not too wet, we should be good over here. They did reinforce this brim right over here. So a little bit about this pond. This is Peace and Tranquility Pond, and the Davidsons who own this, they keep it really clean. They stock it. So we want to leave it just as good as we found it. So we'll have the students clean up around it as well. It is also in a neighborhood. There's absolutely no parking in this neighborhood. We do not want to disturb the neighbors there. So we are going to park at the KE Rose parking lot. And if we have some overflow right across on Chambersburg Road, there's some good parking right here where my cursor's at, right before we enter the Davidson's pond there. So you do not need a fishing license for this particular event because it is a private pond if parents are coming with your students, which is completely fine. This particular pond is one of the smaller areas that we do fish at. However, it has a lot of fish in it. It's well stocked. It's really fun. So we do ask parents that we make room for the students first, and then we can kind of fill in behind them. Don't worry, we'll get everybody's lines wet, I promise. When we all show up, we will first meet right before the bridge, right over here, okay? I will help walk students over across Chambersburg Road. It is busy, so no student should be walking across Chambersburg Road by themselves. Once we get everybody set, we'll kind of have a little bit of a powwow. We'll go over some of the rules of fishing club that I'm about to in this video. And then if the owners want to talk to us, they may. And then we can start going all around the pond and fish. This is the pond that we'll be fishing at. There is a pond to the south here, but we will not be fishing that. There's no fish in there anyway, and that's not on the private property that we are allowed to fish at. It has a 360-degree trail all around it, so you're pretty much allowed to fish all around there, which is really cool. There is a floating dock here, and we only allow 12 students at a time on that. And so I'll keep a timer going, so if anyone gets there, then we can rotate off about every 12 minutes. So that way everyone gets an opportunity to fish. And there's good fishing all around it, not just on the dock. It's everywhere. Some of the biggest fish have been caught not on that dock at all, but around the sides of it. So let's get into a couple of so let's just go over a few things before I jump into our rules. One, we'll be parking at KE Rose right here. We'll walk over together. Anyone that, if we get a lot of cars that are coming, we'll park right over here off Chambersburg Road. And then we will not fish until Mr. Little or the Davidsons talk to you, and we'll walk over there and then we'll start fishing. All right, let's go over a few other things. Parents, don't forget to join Parent Square. This is how I'll get information to you, such as important changes like we're having right now. All right, rules. Students, listen up. When we are casting, fishing, and reeling, we need to know our surroundings. So as you grab your fishing pole, before you cast, you need to look above. I know it's weird, but you need to look above because sometimes there's trees. Left, right, and behind you. The last thing you want to do is hook a fellow angler. So we want to know our surroundings. As we are going around water, we're not doing horseplay, okay? The dangers of water. You must have a buddy, whether that be a parent, a guardian, or a friend. Every angler must have a buddy. If you need help, stay in one location. Some of these places are rather big. You need to stay in one location and call for one of us, and one of the adults will come over, okay? We'll have lots of adults helping out. We'll have radios. Well, don't worry, you're going to be in great hands. Know the dangers of sharp objects, tools when we use the fish. So some of you might want to wear gloves when handling fish. They're all so that way you don't spike yourself like on a bluegill. As you're working with a hook, you need to be slow as fast. Don't go fast when you're trying to tie a knot. The dangers of horseplay, again, I've kind of talked about this several times with the students. We need to make sure that we're not roughhousing around sharp equipment and the water. It's really fun. I know it's exciting when you get there, but we don't want to run all over the place. We're not playing tackle football at fishing club. The fishing club will practice catch and release methods at all our ponds and lakes. So just be aware of that. If you catch something, you can take a picture and then we'll release the little buddy back into the water. Students 16 or older, this won't apply to anybody at Morton Middle School, must have a fishing license, but it might apply to our parents. You will not need a fishing license at this particular pond because it is a private pond. However, some of the places we go to, I will let you know if you need to. All right, fishing equipment. We've talked about this a lot at school, but fishing equipment, keep it simple, especially at this pond. You don't need any fancy $20 lures. You can bring them. I know I'm going to bring my fancy lures, but simple catches fish best. Bobbers, a weight, and a hook. If you don't have those items, don't worry, I do. If your student does not have a fishing pole, email me today. I have plenty of them back here and even more all throughout my classroom and other places. Keep it simple. I will bring worms. I'll have little baggies of worms to give out for the students. If you want to bring other live bait, that is completely fine. All right, aviators, I think I've gone over everything that you need to know for our first fishing club adventure, all right? I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Again, time change, 4:30. We'll park at KE Rose. If there's not enough parking, we'll overflow off of Chambersburg Road. There's absolutely no cutting through the neighborhoods. I think we've nailed everything. Aviators, we'll see you at the lake.